And after that, I never went back to my grandmother's house. Ended up, like in my book, The One That Love Forgot, ended up getting into a fight in the group home. They sent me to a juvenile detention center called Adobe Mountain School. And I never saw my grandmother again. I never saw my aunt again. My aunt is still alive. My uncles are still alive. I never saw them again. Several years later, I heard that my grandmother died from cancer. I was sad. I cried. I was older now, and, I realized that my grandmother was a piece of shit too. And that my family, they didn't want me. They didn't give a fuck about me. To them, I was always just an N-word. So I said, fuck them. Fuck everybody. I'm just going to do me. I'm solo. And that's how it is. But then I started to publish my books, right? And then once that book got out, The One That Love Forgot, my family hit me up on Facebook. It was one of my cousins, right? It was the daughter of my uncle. And, I didn't really know her very well. She told me that she was so-and-so's daughter and that she's my cousin. And, and asked me, how come I never come around? And I had so much pent-up hate and anger that even though she had nothing to do with this, I let it out. I let her have it. I told her I was in group homes fucking rotting and being abused. Where were you all? Where was your father? Where was my aunts? Y'all didn't take me in, and when I would run away to go see them, they abused me, try to kill me, try to sexually abuse me. Not once did any of y'all call child service and say, hey, that is my nephew. That is my grandson. He doesn't need to be in a group home. We're his family. We'll take him in. Nah, y'all left me there to rot because I was just an N-word to all y'all. So fuck all y'all. She started making excuses. Started saying, well, that wasn't her. And started making excuses for her father. Trying to excuse his behavior and how he treated me. And I told her to tell her father, to tell my aunts and all my other uncles that I am not their family. Y'all were never my family. Don't ever contact me again. Fuck all y'all. And to this day, I've never heard from them again. I'm almost 40 years old now. I've been married for 11 years. I have 6 kids. I live a beautiful life. And I never heard from those racist motherfuckers again. As I said, for all I know, they're still living today. They're still living in Arizona today. And for the life of me, I don't care. And honestly, I hope they all rot in the deepest pits of hell. I'm not that same scared, desperate little boy anymore.